Hi, this is Dina with Pretty Productive. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much, and I appreciate you joining me along for this journey. Today what I'm going to be doing is an August week 3 check-in and cash stuffing for week 4. And today is Friday the 20th. So the week I'm going to be checking in for is from the 13th to today, and then any transactions from today on will go into my final cash stuffing. So overall a pretty expensive week, and I can already tell you I'm over in categories, but let's go ahead and get started. So I always start with groceries. So I had $79 at Costco and $22 at Fry's, $60 at Costco, for a total of $161. I had $92 going into the week, so I am over $69. So if this is your first video with me or haven't been following along for the month of July and August, I did things a little bit different in that instead of putting individual money into individual envelopes and borrowing from each envelope, I took all the money from all of my cash envelopes or cash categories, put it into one pot, and then spending as I need it, but I still have a budget per category. That's how I determined how much money I was going to take out of my bank account for all of my cash envelopes. So for an example, for groceries, I started with $500 as my budget, and I have already spent $569, and I have 10 more days left. So that's kind of the way it's working right now. For eating out, I had Sonic for $8, Streets New York for $55, so $63. I started the week with $109. I used $63. I have $46 going into the last week of the month. For my allowance, I didn't spend anything, so I still have $100 going into the final week. Household, I spent this $50 plus money out of my cushion. So I have been watching my daughter's dog, and he is a golden retriever puppy, super cute, but he has been in the pool and then jumps on my couch, my rugs. So I decided to go ahead and buy a steam cleaner for furniture and rugs. I'm sharing it with my daughters, though I paid for it. Somehow that worked out that they get to share it and I'm paying for it. But it was $169, so I took the $50 that I had in my household out and put that back into the bank, and then the rest of that came out of my cushion that's in my checking account. So it's not included in my budget because it's part of my cushion for right now. Church was $100 on Sunday, so I still have $100. Church is a category that stays in my account. Entertainment, I did not spend anything. I still have $100. Personal care, I didn't spend anything. I still have $120. Now I am getting my hair cut and colored next week, so that will go. Plus I might need to borrow from some other categories. Gas for the car, I spent $10 because we had a rental car, so I had to put the gas back in that. And then I put $28 in my daughter's car that I'm borrowing right now, so that was $38. So I started with $142, I spent $38. I still have $104 left for gas, so it'd be totally good. For craft supplies, I have $3. I didn't spend anything, so I still have $3. Clothing, I'm going to come back to clothing. Miscellaneous, I have not spent anything. Medical, I haven't spent anything. Gifts, I'm going to come back to. My mom started with $118, and I spent $22 and $26, so it was $48. So if you're new here, my mom is in a memory care facility. So when I go to visit her, I'll call the director and ask if she needs any supplies or anything. We do keep kind of a little stash of candy and foods that she enjoys. That was the $22 at Walmart. And then my daughter came with me. We picked up Sonic for her on the way there. So that is where the $48. So I started with 118 minus 48. So she has $70 left. And then Etsy shop is in my Capital One account. I started with $624. I used $43. So I now have $581. Technology I have not used. I did go through and correct that. I think I had 1,006 and it really should have been 1,016. Unbudgeted, I have not spent anything. Medical co-pays, I did not spend anything. So I still have 160. So let's talk about clothes and gifts, because I think clothes is a challenge right now. I'm trying to get ready to go on a trip, and if you followed along, you know I have plantar fasciitis and I'm having to buy really expensive shoes, but it's a lot of walking, so I want to make sure that my foot is not hurting while I'm there. So I've been doing the Amazon wardrobe. So I have 2 more boxes coming, and I have almost spent everything. So I may be ending up taking money out of my vacation account to get the rest of the things I need for the trip. And then I'm going to return some things where I have duplicates. So I'll kind of wash it all out at the end of the month. So for gifts, I started with 158, 120, 40, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I did not spend anything out of gifts this week. I do have one more birthday for this month that I need to get. So I will probably use some money out of here next week. And then clothing. Ugh. This is bad. This was really bad. Okay, so I started the week at 520. I put $350 back into my bank. I put another 30 and then 70. So I've already taken all of the cash that I had in my bank envelope back to the bank. So I keep $1,000 cushion in my checking account, just that I don't budget for. It's just my cushion. I returned 1,018 back to my bank account. And the reason why I went ahead and returned it, because normally I'll use that money for cash stuffing, but I wanted to pay my Capital One card where all of that has gone, and I wanted to just make sure I didn't dip into my cushion. So I just went ahead and took it back to the bank because the amount was so much, so big, and really all of the cushions I had in my account. So all of that has gone back. I have $70 left in clothing. And as I said, I have 2 more boxes coming from 2 more wardrobe boxes coming from Amazon. So let's see how this goes. I know I do not need everything that I ordered, but I wanted to try on some different brands of shoes, some different styles, and walk around my house for a little bit to see what is comfortable and what is not going to feel good on my foot. So stay tuned for that one. Oh, let me put this back. And then if I'm still over, I spend the 70 plus I keep, let's say I keep everything, then I'm going to have to pull money out of vacation because it is a vacation expense for me. So let's see, 520 minus 70, I spent $450 in clothing. I have $70 left. So that's kind of where this is. On my sinking funds, the $25,000 that I had in Capital, it was between Capital One and my credit union. I've gone ahead and moved that because we are getting really close to buying a car. So I moved $25,000 into my credit union. I did leave $200 in that account and then another $750 into my credit union. So this additional $1,000 that I put in this month is still there. So I'm going to leave that alone because technically I still have the money. I haven't used anything. I've just moved it. For Christmas and gifts, I kept $200 in my cash envelope. I moved $500 into my Christmas gifts. So I currently have $3,100 in that fund. Fitness, I haven't spent anything. Medical copays, I haven't spent anything. Vacation, this $500 I have moved into the account, and then I may use some of that. My Etsy shop, you see all the transactions here. Technology, I have not used. And savings challenge, I'm going to add in the rest for the next week or so. So that is where my sinking funds are. And then let's go ahead and do the cash stuffing for this week, because let me show you what I have left in my wallet. This is all that I have left of the $380. I literally did not leave my house yesterday because I had no money to do anything. So we had a kind of a random dinner last night, but it's okay. So for my savings challenge, I'll do that first. August has actually been a really small number. My September number is pretty high. I am working on my September budget, and I'm doing a lot of things really differently. So 65 is going in this week. So I'll have 135 in this fund. So 60. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get this done while my daughter's dog is in the crate, so it's a little bit quiet. So 50, 65. So this will be week 4. So I should have 135. So 20, 40, 60, 110, 120, 135. Okay, so 135. And I keep this in a separate binder, but I don't put it on camera. It's opalescent, and it just really, my camera does not know how to focus on it, and it creates just a mess, so. Okay, so if we look at our transactions for the week, I should have $471 plus the $5 I just put in, so $476 is what I should have left for this final week. So 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. So I have been $1 off this whole month, but so I am going to start with this money now for the week. So this has to last me for 10 days. So I know that my hair is probably going to be about 150. I know that, well, we're going to need groceries for the week. And I think that is all that I know of. So my goal is to have some of this roll over into September. So I did start a new kind of sinking fund or envelope for rollover money. I started originally trying to save it for the savings challenge, and it was too hard to get enough up that it would be for an entire month. So I decided to go ahead and not do it that way, and just kind of kept the money or put it aside if I had rollover. But I really feel like it's more motivating for me personally to have a envelope for it, so I can see that grow instead of feeling like, well, I have the money left, I should just spend it. So that is at least how I think. So I'm gonna put this back into my wallet. And that is it for this cash stuffing envelope, cash stuffing video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions at all, please leave a note down below. I do appreciate you following along on this journey, and if you are been watching my videos, please tune in for the September sinking fund / cash stuffing, because it's so different than what I've been doing, but I hope that it works well. If you've been following along, you know that I'm kind of going back and forth on going back to work or not going back to work, and I think I've made a decision, and I'm going to roll out my thought process in that September video. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.